I know you just won a competition.
Oh yeah,
First
shout out
place.
to Phase 5 though.
Phase 5.
Tell us about that experience, see?
Oh my god.
I'm so proud of you.
Changing.
I'm
Because
so
you guys, that's dedication right there. You guys drove to Sacramento every
Every weekend.
Sunday.
yeah, that's dedication. Every
we heard.
Sunday.
I know for me, I can speak for me. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm speaking for me. I was craving a change of pace for dance. I have been in this dance community since I was 18. So, like, a change of pace, meaning I know that, 2 hours away, 3 hours away in the Bay Area, there is decades of culture rooted
Yes.
in dance. Like, it's just a fact. It's just a fact.
No, for real.
That's where all the best, most cultured aspects of dance have come from. Any little dance y'all see on TikTok came from. And, like other dances in the Bay Area and Sacramento and all this stuff. So I've always known that, like, in order for me to change the pace, I feel like I have to leave this city. And I don't necessarily mean move. I just mean, like, get out, go take class somewhere else, get out, go just do other things in other places. And so my friend Alex and I have heard
Shout outs,
heard
Alex.
of him. You guys know
Alex.
Alex is the reason that I was a part of this, but without all the details, it's just that we went to a class out there together. We went into a class and we, I believe that we were filmed by Concept at Sac Dance Lab, and Concept's a total legend. Gotta
Dude,
look it up.
if you would have
He's a
told me
legend.
a year ago that my friends would be dancing with Concept,
If you would have told me a year
right?
ago,
I just
me,
that just sounds like silly.
I am still in shock that somebody believed in me, but it's actually very similar to Raf's story, is that he just saw something in us maybe that we didn't see. Me, Alex, and Brandon, because we're the three that live in Reno. Everybody else lives in the Bay or Sac or all aspects of that. So he filmed us, I guess. He actually filmed Alex because Alex was called out in a group at Sac Dance Lab. And
Yeah, and I believe he had met Alex at some event
Maybe,
prior
yeah.
to that too.
I forgot. Alex is probably, when he watches this,
He will
gonna
be
like screaming.
He's
the
gonna
story.
be on the podcast. I'm sure
He'll explain later.
Yeah.
Long story short, Concept saw us in, saw something in us and just wanted to get back into, like choreo and crew and directing and just be more on the scene versus what he's doing now, which is he's still on the scene just in different ways. He wanted to be more, in the mix, and he just saw something in us and didn't let us doubt ourselves. And he told us, like, from day one that we were gonna win. And I was like, yeah, okay. But, like, I just couldn't see that, considering, all odds, not all odds against us, but we're rehearsing in a parking garage in Sacramento every Sunday. No mirrors. Won a competition, no mirrors.
Yay, dude.
No mirrors.
Garages.
Spatial
like-
awareness, energy, and
And what a beautiful,
work.
what a beautiful way to learn dance without mirrors. That
It was
sounds.
beautiful.
And that's the thing too, is like,
You don't
because
need
there's no
mirrors.
mirrors when you're on stage, so might as well get used to it.
What's
the
cool?
people, Jared.
What's cool is it makes you rely on feel, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah, and I think that I saw how capable I was of doing some of those things without just checking in the mirror for reassurance constantly.
Right.
And do I look like these people? Am
That's
I doing
such a
it right?
different
I'm
experience.
trusting solely in Concept to tell me. I'm like, he'll tell me if I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
There is somebody I fully trust to correct me, to give us details. And he's just such a good leader that I think that I needed to be led by somebody, because I am a leader in a lot of aspects out here. And I coach teams and I teach kids and I have the company, and like, there's a lot of areas out here in Reno where I am in charge, or I'm the leader, or I'm the one they go to, or I'm choreographing. And so I just needed to, like, take a step back and
Become
go
a student
somewhere
again.
and be a student.
Yeah.
It's so good for you to be a student, even if you think you're the best person at what you do, like, to go learn from somebody who's had more experience, not even better. You don't know who's better, but, like, had more experience than you, and just learn from them. It could change everything. And that experience changed how I see dance.
Yeah, because I remember we had this conversation when you told me that you feel a little stagnant when it comes to dancing.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity came, and they asked you to join the crew, was your answer like automatically say yes, or were you like,
Ooh, I like this question.
like, do I want to do this? Do I like, is this something that I want to commit to?
I think it happened so fast. Alex called me, and if you know Alex, you
Oh
know
my
what kind
God.
of call this was.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I think Alex was just like, bro, Concept wants us to be on his team. He picked you. He saw a video of you. He wants you, blah, 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 blah. We got to go to SAC every single Saturday. And I was like,
Sounds like Alex.
sounds good. Let's get it. Like, I feel like that's really how it happened. And I was like, well, I don't want to make excuses of why I can't go until I go there, until I see and feel and hear and speak to and be immersed in the experience. Then I'll decide if I could do this every week. And that very first day, I met everybody and met Concept and heard him speak to me and saw his vision. I was locked in.
So at least you were like, at least for this one day, I want to commit to this and see what happens after that. Was that?
Yeah, the
case?
first day we were like, okay, drive to SAC. It's one thing to drive to SAC once, but every weekend the way we're
Yeah.
doing, like that takes a lot of
Dedication.
energy. It's not just 2 hours. It's 2 hours to drive
And then
plus
2
the
hours.
rehearsal.
2 hours back.
2 hours back. It's
Yeah.
a whole day.
Yeah.
And I was still having stuff after that. Sometimes if we'd go at night, I'd do stuff before that. It is like a sacrifice in time, but the repay was so much more.
Yeah. How does
Like,
it feel now that you guys actually did win?
it feels crazy. I feel like that still didn't really happen because I've never competed on a hip hop crew. I've only done showcasing on a hip hop crew.
Just for context, I remember me and Sierra having conversations just as dancers, just as teachers of this very thing that she's doing now. So I am beyond words happy for her that she's
What, the
experienced.
competition?
Like she's been wanting to compete like on a hip hop crew. And
For a
for
long
her
time.
and for her experience to be with Concept, like that's crazy, dude.
I know.
That's
And
crazy.
I've come to the realization, like I love Reno, but some things in your city you
Yes.
have to go out of the four walls to get.
Yeah.
And if anything, bring it back.
Right.
Bring back everything that I've learned, bring back whatever. Like
Yeah.
I am a teacher, so being taught is only going to make me
Yeah.
a better teacher and make my students better because I'm filtering but I have to go out. Like Concept was never going to come to Reno and like have an audition.
Yeah.